Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing my Walking Dead video review of Season 4, Episode 4 called Indifference. And you guys seemed to like my video review last week, so I've decided to keep doing these because I really like doing them and stuff like that. And I think it's fun to just kind of, film in my pajamas on my bed and just casually chat about something I love, which is The Walking Dead, and you guys seem to like it. So I'm going to continue doing them at least all throughout Season 4 and 5, which they have confirmed that there's going to be a Season 5, so yay for that. And I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So this episode definitely major, I guess you could call it plot twist or just crazy stuff happened in this episode, even though it was kind of a calm episode. There wasn't a lot of, action. It wasn't super action-packed and stuff like that. Definitely some major things happened and definitely some major character development. So, it started off with, Tyrese is, wringing out his shirt. I guess he has a ton of Walker blood on it in the stream. Sorry about that. And, he has a ton of Walker blood on his shirt from his little, tiffle. And, they keep yelling at him to hurry up, and he's just oh, I hate him. He's lost his mind. He's really annoying, but that group is obviously looking for a car to return to the prison with. I can't find a comfortable position right now. And so they're just chilling around town, and then we have Carol and Rick, who are basically going on a subdivision raid and looking for food and supplies and stuff like that, because apparently all the food in cell block D, they said, ran out or something, or got ruined, something happened to it. So they're looking for more stuff, and of course they stumble upon Anna and Sam in that house, who are hippies in my opinion, and they're just kind of oh yeah, my legs, jacked up, but it healed. It didn't heal completely right, but it healed, we're happy, we're together, we're a creepy, weird little couple, but we're adorable hippies. You want some fruit, They were just they were adorable, but kind of weird at the same time. I was kind of suspicious of them, but, Carol goes all cool and she pops Sam's shoulder back into place, which, took her literally 30 seconds to do. So that was pretty cool of her to do that. My cat literally just opened my door, what? Hi, Nathan. Do you want to share your thoughts about The Walking Dead? She's rubbing on the tripod, Don't cry. This is Claire. You guys know Claire. She's my baby. So she pops his shoulder back into place, and the guy's so, can we come back with your group? We'd love to help and stuff like that. So Rick, gives him his little test, how many walkers have you killed, and how many people have you killed and why, but it doesn't ever show their answers because it switches back from Daryl and the group to Rick and Carol, but they're going to take them back, and they're alright, well, we're going to gather some more supplies, so just meet us back here in 2 hours, and Rick gives him his watch. And then, of course, we see the group getting medicine at the, it was a veterinary school, I think. So, Daryl's just the bomb. Don't we all just love Daryl? I mean, he just, he sees that the car battery is, dead, so he finds a new one, which is also dead, so he, activates it with some water. I don't know. He's pretty cool. And then they find, oh my gosh, my cat drools a lot, and it's really out of control right now, so I'm just gonna move her. Do any of your cats drool? Leave in the comments below. I don't know if you can see the drool on her face, but, Oh, listen. Girl, she drooled all over the place. Anyways, so they get their medical supplies. And, and Michonne talked some sense into, our crazy little friend Tyrese after the little encounter with the walkers in the vines. And, Tyrese was just being his usual psychopath self, and he, was wrestling with that walker and wouldn't let go, and, Michonne kind of talked some sense into him, telling him about how she was, still angry about the governor, but she didn't let her anger get to her like he did, and that he had to get over it, So I think she really talked some sense into him, and just kind of showed him that she knew what he was going through. And then we have, Bob tells kind of a little bit of his alcoholic background story, and, how he, he was the last one standing in both of his groups and stuff like that. Then, of course, we see him try to sneak some whiskey, or it looked like whiskey to me, I don't really know, but, tried to sink some whiskey out of the vet thing. Now, I got really scared when he almost fell off the roof and he was wrestling with the walkers for his bag of whiskey because I thought that it was a bag of medicine, and I was like, no, because now all the people are going to die, you know. But luckily, you know, it was just him trying to smuggle some alcohol, and then Daryl went all redneck on him, and it was awesome. I love when Daryl gets mad. It's just, whew, Daryl, you're killing me. That was a pretty great scene right there, and it was just, you know, he did say, which was kind of hard to catch, if you take one sip before these meds get into the people at the prison, then I'll beat you up or whatever. So he's not saying he can't drink it at all, but he's just saying that not until they get back and administer the meds, I guess. I don't know. So maybe he's going to end up drinking it. I really hope that, I don't know, it just doesn't happen. But clearly Daryl doesn't trust him anymore, which is good. I don't trust him. I think he's a creep. There's something weird about him. He seems sketchy to me. I can't put my finger on what it is, but I think there's something up with Bob. Of course, we see that Anna has been killed. Because we find her leg in the backyard of someone's house along with her basket of fruit. Now, to me, it appears it has been cut off. I don't think she died from... I think someone, like, came along and cut off her leg. And then, so she was defenseless and got eaten by the walkers because... And I don't know why my parents don't get this. They were like, oh, no, because the gate was there by her leg. And they were like, well, she had a bad leg, so it got stuck in the gate. And then the gate... Like, the walkers, like, pushed the gate, and it, like, severed her leg off. Well, I don't really think a gate could have severed, like, a leg in half. It looked cut clean. But to me, it looks like someone cut off her leg to, like, attract walkers and eat her, because she was across the street being eaten. They saw her being eaten literally across the street, and her leg was, like, in someone's backyard, and she was, like, in someone's driveway being eaten. So she must have, like, hobbled away a little bit, and then, you know, got taken down by walkers. And then, of course, Sam never returns. Poor little Rick doesn't get his watch back. And then, he kicks Carol out. If you guys follow me on Twitter at MissGlitter247, you know that during each episode I always tweet, like, oh no, or like, blah, 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 you know, when stuff's happening. So I was like, no, Carol, don't go, because I love Carol personally. I think she's a way better leader than Rick. I kind of hate Rick this season. Just some of the stuff he said, you know, he was like, well, yeah, but I didn't murder 2 of our own people. And she was like, well, yeah, you murdered 1. And he was like, well, he was going to kill me. And she was like, yeah, so were they. Because I think it was totally right for her to kill Karen and David. I mean, you know, I don't think she's a cold-blooded killer. I mean, maybe that wasn't the best decision. It was a little rash. But in her defense, yeah, she thought maybe it's going to save everyone else. They're the only ones who are infected. They're going to die soon. What's the difference between killing a walker and a person who's going to turn into a walker literally any minute? You know, these people are suffering, and I really just think that Carol's innocent, you know what I mean? And like she said, it had to be done, and it you know. And then she's, of course, a little harsh throughout the episode, with talk of Sophia, and then at the beginning of the episode with Lizzie, which I forgot to mention, when she's giving Lizzie, you know, typical survival advice, she accidentally calls her mom. She goes, yes, Mom, I mean, ma'am. And she goes, don't call me Mom. And she's like, sorry, it was an accident. She's like, just don't. That was a little harsh. I mean, obviously, with respect for Sophia, don't call her Mom, and just, you know, respect for Lizzie's parents, but, I mean, that was a little harsh. Carol's, you know, Carol's turned really tough, and I do like that about her, but that was a little harsh to say to Lizzie, but she has to learn, you know, it's whatever. And then, I'm totally on Carol's side, and I think Rick is a total hypocrite, and he was like, well, if it was just you, me, Judith, and Carl, I would want you around my kids, and it was like, I don't like Rick anymore. He's turning into the governor, personally, I think, which we did not see the governor return in this episode. We're waiting for him to return, you know, and him and Michonne to have a little showdown, but crazy episode. Make sure you let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you on Rick's side or Carol's side, and do you think Carol's going to return? I think Carol's going to return. She has to. I mean, come on now. I love Carol, and I mean, she's so tough. She has to return. And I think it was definitely wrong of Rick to kick her out, and I hate Rick. I think he's dumb. So let me know what you think in the comments about this episode, and make sure that if you aren't, for some reason, subscribed to my main channel, then you go do that. It's just at MissGlitter247, and make sure you check here for next week's what am I doing? For next week's episode review of episode 5, so make sure you tune back for that. Yeah, if you follow me on Twitter, then you can definitely like listen and read my tweets during the episodes on Sundays and stuff like that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!